Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today, and I'm here to take a look at a brand new Critical Drinker video. Shout outs. This is Sisu laughs at Hollywood action films, and I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I'm doing a reaction for this one is because I never did a video for Sisu. Didn't even do a short review, which is what I mostly do nowadays. I don't even do like full length reviews anymore. But I didn't even do one of those. I thought Sisu was awesome. So this is an excuse. This is pretty much an excuse so I could talk about how awesome Sisu is and to hear what Critical Drinker has to say, and pretty much agree with all of his points, I'm sure. So Sisu is a simple movie, the most simple action movie probably of this year. It is just a man. He has gold. Nazis come, take his gold. He takes their lives. So that's pretty much the entire movie, and it's a great time. It's so simple and so wonderful, and I actually love that it takes its time to get to it. Like, it's a lot of, like, there's no dialogue in the first, like, I want to say like 10-15 minutes. It's just him mining for gold, and he finds it and he goes, oh, I love gold, and boy doesn't even speak for most of the movie, and it's great. It's a great time. It's shot very well. It has some great cinematography. The score is awesome. The villain is great. We'll get to it, but I want to talk about something. Hopefully he talks about it too. If he doesn't, then I'll mention it at the end. So let's get to it. Go watch Sisu if it's still in your theaters. I'm sure it'll be on digital not too far in the future. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, and play. Link in the description. Actually, hold on. No. What the fuck? 480? What the hell? Am I peasant? Anyway, link in the description. Watch it yourself first.
I've always maintained that there's a certain elegance to be found in simplicity,
yes,
especially when it comes to filmmaking. Sometimes the most enjoyable...
That's actually kind of why I liked the villain in Guardians 3 so much. Is because he's a simple villain. He's evil. That's it. So many fucking movies, especially Disney, want to do this fucking like, oh, they're evil, but like, it's just so much more deeper than that. I'm like, no, fuck that. They're evil. Just make them evil. I love that. Make him a fucking prick, and that's what I loved about the High Evolutionary.
Movies come out of the most basic of concepts, like a guy that has to rescue a kid from
Extraction
a
was fun.
city,
Extraction 2
or
next
two
month.
climbers get stuck at the top of a high tower.
He did a video for this
or in
movie.
This case,
I didn't watch it.
A gold miner that has his haul stolen by German soldiers and decides to get it back. Sisu is one of those perfectly simple, unashamedly over-the-top, and wonderfully enjoyable action movies that used to form the backbone of cinema.
I will say the trailer spoils so much about this movie. Doesn't make it any less awesome, but if you never watched a trailer for this movie and you just watch this movie, you'd have way more of a reaction to a lot of this stuff. Me, I'm just like, oh, here's the part where he throws the fucking mine at the guy's head. And it happened, I'm like, eh.
Seem to have become rarer than rocking horse turds or successful Marvel movies. It's a glorious, proudly ridiculous throwback to the low-budget action flicks of the 70s and 80s that I could best describe it.
Fucking lights himself on fire. I'm like my ass on fire.
It's the love child of John Wick and Rambo, set in World War II, starring a guy who looks like Santa Claus on steroids. Yeah. But God,
I didn't realize this. The actor, I forgot his name. He was also in Rare Exports and Big Game, which is from the same creator. I love Rare Exports. I thought Big Game was pretty good. I think I want to say I reviewed that back when it first came out, but I thought it was pretty good. The kid from those movies is also in this movie. He doesn't have a big role though. And I want to say he's like in his mid-60s too, so maybe even a little bit more impressive compared to
damn,
everybody else.
Fun to watch.
It's really
the
fun.
movie kicks off in the dying days of 1944. With the tide of war turning against the Axis, the German armies conducting a fight and retreat across northern Finland, using brutal scorched earth tactics to delay the Soviet forces. None of this matters much to our main man, Atami Korpi, though, who's decided to turn his back on the entire conflict and concentrate on mining for gold deep in the Finnish wilderness.
That's a good dog.
His determination eventually pays off when he happens across a rich seam of the bright yellow stuff. More than enough gold to make him rich for the rest of his days. Before long, he's on his way into town with a saddlebag full of the stuff, but unfortunately, he crosses paths with a German army column going the other way. And when I say unfortunately, I mean it's unfortunate for them, because when they spot the gold and try to take it from him, it doesn't exactly end well.
I like he skipped the part where he embedded that fucking knife in that dude's brain.
It's a kind of brutal cat and mouse game where the Germans throw everything they have at the guy.
Wait. There it is.
on the gold at any cost. In the course of the movie, he gets shot, stabbed, blown up, drowned, hung, and even set on fire.
So good. There's one. I don't even. Oh man, I don't want to spoil it. Please watch it. Just go watch it. There's a scene where he's underwater and he kills a Nazi, and he does something after killing that. I don't want to spoil it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, dude, what a fucking badass. It's so good.
But none of it seems to stop him.
That scene was great too.
It's just impossible to kill
That's
the
what
bastards.
Sisu means.
He absolutely refuses to give up no matter what
he does something right after that.
And as the German casualties mount, they begin to suspect that what they're fighting might not even be human. Now, you might think it would be difficult for a movie to be both over the top and stripped back and minimalistic, and yet that's exactly what Sisu manages to deliver. Dialogue is kept to a minimum, even amongst the German soldiers. There's long stretches where nothing gets said at all.
Legit, the first 10-15 minutes is like no dialogue. I mean, there might be a little bit, but not really. Like, we're mostly focused on him. The whole because it's split up into a bunch of chapters. I think I forgot how many, 5 or 6 or something like that. And I want to say the first chapter where he's finding the gold, there's no dialogue. Well, okay, was there narration in the beginning? No, I don't remember. I think there was narration in the beginning, but besides that, there's no dialogue.
The protagonist doesn't even open his mouth until the final scene.
Yeah.
Instead, you're given
I was like waiting for him to say something. I love that. That's a gimmick that's in action stuff all the time. Like Doomslayer does it even.
A lot of time to just soak up the vibe and the atmosphere of the world you're part of. The wide empty landscapes that seem to contain nothing at all. The occasional gutted building or burned out vehicle with smoking bodies still inside. The lines of dead civilians hung from telephone poles on the way into town. Little windows into the carnage and brutality taking
place. Great cinematography. I really do. That looked great.
Its climax. All of this stuff helps to build up a sense of isolation and desolation. This is a place at the very edge of the world, far from anything worth fighting over, where a man can lose himself in the endless wilderness and never be found again. And it makes the arrival of the German troops all the more jarring when it finally happens. But once they do show up, this is where the killing begins, and it's absolutely glorious to watch. Corky uses absolutely everything at his disposal, from knives to pickaxes to submachine guns and landmines to even the taking them down.
I love a good exploding body. Goddamn.
Brutal hand-to-hand combat or picking them off one at a time. Despite their superior numbers and firepower, nothing they throw at him seems to be enough to stop him. Even when he gets severely wounded, he just kind of patches himself up and carries on.
This part where he has to save himself from being hung, and he just like stabs himself in the side so he could relieve some pressure on his neck. It makes sense when you watch the movie. I'm like, this movie's insane, and I love it.
Now let's be real here.
He puts himself on fire just so dogs will leave him alone.
Sisu is definitely a movie you need to go into with the right expectations.
Oh yeah.
If you're hoping for a grounded and believable war film, then you're probably gonna have a tough
time. It has moments though of like he even said like how realistic it feels at times, or how it sets up this world where it actually feels like it's legit taking place back in the 40s at times.
This one,
how dirty and desolate it is,
especially towards the end when Corpy's up.
This shit gets ridiculous.
He's border on the superhuman.
Yeah,
the action is gory.
Oh my god! Wait, oh fuck, I love it.
Over the top and stylized, but damn, it's fun to watch him plow through enemy soldiers like a Spartan from 300, or silently take down scouts and sentries foolish enough to go after him. I love how
these poor guys. I love that they was like, you better get in that fucking water and kill that dude. And they're like, I don't know why I'm saying poor Nazis. Some of them might have not wanted to do this shit.
This guy isn't
just forced to be a Nazi. I don't want to be a Nazi.
Really fighting for anything noble or complex. He literally just wants his gold back, and he's determined to get it, no matter how many people he has to kill.
Yeah, get revenge on his horse. I would like to think that he also wanted to get revenge for his horse, because his horse gets blood.
This stuff ties into the title of the movie, which the opening crawl helpfully explains is a Finnish word.
Oh, is it a crawl? I thought it was narrated. Why am I thinking it was narrated?
Bloody-minded grit and determination, even in the face of impossible odds. Apparently it's meant to be a key element of their national character, and it's personified in this case by one man who just fucking refuses to quit. And that's off to the actor playing him. The dude's like 65 years old,
exactly.
Still built like a brick shithouse, and
he takes his shirt off, like, I want to say a couple times or something, or like, does he? Yeah, he gets naked at one point. You see butt, you see Sisu butt, but he's a... He's pretty built. I didn't know he was 65. I thought he would like in Rare Exports. I thought maybe he was like maybe 40 when that came out, and that came out what 13 years ago. So I thought maybe he would have been like, you know, maybe mid 50s. But shit,
looks like he's lived a life that's been neither.
I think so, right? Did that come out 2010? I want to say that's right.
Short nor easy. Compare this for a moment to the soft, pampered, effeminate pussies that laughably pretend to be action heroes.
Hey, I like Timothy Chalamet. Hey, come on, Dune was great.
Hollywood today, and you begin to realize what we're missing.
All right.
Over here in the West.
Shitting on Pedro Pascal.
The rest of the cast all do a perfect.
I didn't know he dressed up like that.
Really good job too.
Oh yeah, I love this fucking scene.
Germans get a huge amount of character development, but to be fair, Axel
Henny's so good.
Serves as a worthy opponent.
Yeah,
he's ruthless and
so good.
Willing to do
love that guy.
It takes to win.
Ever since I saw what's the Nick how do you say his name? Coster-Waldau, the fucking Jamie Lannister guy. What was that movie he was in with him? Something Hunters? I saw it a long time ago. Anyway, he was great in that. He was also in like that last Cloverfield movie, which we don't need to talk about. He's the guy with the fucking eye that goes crazy. If anybody remember, that was like one of the most memorable scenes of that movie. That and the fucking stupid ass hand that becomes alive or whatever. Anyway, he's great. Has one of my favorite moments in the entire movie.
Character's well aware that Germany's losing the war, and that when it's all over, he and his men are likely to stand trial for the crimes they've committed on the Eastern Front. The gold offers a way out for him, if not for the men under his command. But again, he doesn't give a shit about that. He's just out for number one. The entire film was made on a budget of just 6 million euros, which is fucking mind-boggling to me.
Which is around probably, I think it's I'm not a conversion guy. I am a virgin guy, but I'm not a conversion guy. I want to say that's around the same in US dollars, right?
Spends more than that on their craft services. For the most part, the combat
looks really good. Even the CG looks pretty good.
And they're clearly directed by a man who knows how to stage an action sequence. I suspect they used a fair bit of CGI rather than pyrotechnics to save money. The remote location was almost certainly chosen because it's easier to film than in a busy town or city. And well, if you believe that this is what a World War II German tank looked like, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you need to read some more history books though. But overall, I think the film looks
I would like to think that it wasn't supposed to be a German tank. Maybe it was just a tank they got along the way or something. Because I was thinking that too. I was just like, all right. Like, even Fury got that right. And Fury's over the top as well.
Remarkably good.
I'm thinking of like other World War II movies that feature a tank prominently.
For such a modest production, and it always warms my heart when you see movies. I'm
not really a stickler for that shit. I don't give a fuck, honestly. Like, I really don't.
Do a lot with very little.
Not for this movie.
Ultimately, while Sisu isn't going to be a life-changing experience,
I guess Saving Private Ryan would probably be the closest thing that makes
for anyone. I don't think it really cares. No. It's a movie that's there to have fun with its simple premise, deliver some gory and explosive action sequences, and give you a kick-ass protagonist that's as entertaining as he is memorable.
You can watch this scene over and over again. It's so good.
Without making a fuss.
Come here, bitch. Where you going?
So if you're looking for a solid, entertaining throwback to a different generation of filmmaking,
the air in your lungs, bitch.
Sisu is going to let you down.
Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Go away now.
Go away now.
All right. Nah, I'm staying. Alien Covenant. Anyway, remember that movie? Here's a little stretch for you. Here's a little stretch for you. Ah! Anyway. Yeah, those are our exports. That movie's great, by the way. I highly recommend it. He didn't talk about... I'm going to spoil the movie real quick. Okay, so go away if you don't want a spoiler. I need to talk about it. One of my favorite villain deaths of all time. It's already in my top 10. It's gotta be. Because it's amazing. You know what? If you haven't seen it yet, I'm not even gonna say anything. So, surprise, the villain dies. Surprise, Sisu doesn't die. That's his name. And to me, I don't care. Yeah, I'll just say there's a moment in the death, which the death itself is amazing already. But there's a moment that I was the only. There was actually a good amount of people in my theater. I was actually surprised because I also saw it in Dolby Cinema, so it was like a more expensive ticket. But I'd say there's probably a good maybe 15 to 20 more people in in that theater with me and my friend. So I was like, whoa, okay. But anyway, if my friend was here, he'd tell you I was the only one who died laughing when it happened. Everybody else was like, I did my classic loud ass fucking start to my laugh. So. It was so good. I don't even want to enact it because there's no way it would be any even close to as good as it was in the movie. But it was fantastic. What a great death. Anyway, so there you go. That's it. Sisu laughs at Hollywood action films. You know what? I kind of agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love John Wick Chapter 4. I probably like John Wick Chapter 4 more just in terms of technical. You know, I mean, it had a way bigger budget, to be also fair. What Sisu was able to accomplish on a $6 million budget is crazy because it looked really good. I thought maybe, this probably got to be like a $20-30 million budget, but six, like, there's romantic comedies that go straight to Netflix that have bigger budgets and look way shittier, you know? So there's shows out there that cost like $30-40 million that I don't understand how it could even cost close to that. To be fair, that's multiple episodes, but still looking like shit. It doesn't matter. But Sisu obviously had smaller cast, you know, not as big names. The biggest name in the movie is probably Axel Henny because he's been in some American movies. That's about it, though. I want to say the main actor, also isn't in a lot of movies. I think he's in just some of the other directed, some of the other movies the guy directed. The same guy directed, like Rare Exports and Big Game. But I don't think he's in a lot of other stuff, which is unfortunate because he's pretty great. He has a presence to him. He doesn't talk a lot, obviously. He talks in Big Game and definitely Rare Exports, but yeah, unfortunate. Anyway, it was a great time. What's this? The fuck am I looking at here? Oh, Boss Level. Yo, Boss Level was really good. I wish I did a reaction for Boss Level. I really like that movie. All right, hey, I'm already kind of what's the word? When you're already like something just because it's about something or what, you know, it's something. You're already on the positive side of something before you've even seen the thing. What's it called again? What's the word I'm on? Well, anyway, I was already positive on the movie because I love Frank Grillo. I think he's great, and he was like the main protagonist. Very few times does he get a chance to be like the main character in a movie. Like The Purge 2 and 3, that, I guess maybe Cop Shop. He's not really the main protagonist, but he's one of the main leads. So it was awesome. And he was great in it too. I kind of want to watch Boss Level again. It had some stupid moments, but I really enjoyed it. I want to watch what he thought of it. Actually, I'll watch that myself. Anyway, there you go. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.